Hi guys, welcome. Come along with me as we draft a basic body sleeve.
To my video. Today's episode, we will be learning how to draft a pattern for a sleeve. So I already went ahead to draw out the starting line, and then I also went ahead to determine the middle of the line. Please always ensure that your paper is at least 2 inches wider than your actual armhole measurements. Just, especially if you're a beginner, because you don't want a situation where you just have less paper and then you have to start drafting all over again. All right, so the first thing we'll be doing is to determine our caps height, and our caps height is usually, there's a formula for that. The formula is like your bust, round bust measurement divided by 12 plus 0.5, that's plus half inch. So my bust is 34 plus half inch, thereabout is like 3.3 inches. You can also go ahead and use 3.5, still on the right track. So from the starting line, I'll be taking the measurement of 3.5. Already I ensured that I already determined my length, so don't be confused. So my length is actually 23. I decided to use like the whole of the paper. Just depends. So your length can be the whole of the paper. So my caps height is 3.5, which I'll be marking across this line now. That's from the starting line. We are taking 3.5 inches. Please take note. As you can see, this is 3.5 inches. All right, so from that point I also went ahead to take the length of my short sleeve length, just to get my round sleeve measurement too, and mine was 10 inches. So I'll be taking that now. All right, so from this point we'll be marking our armhole measurement on the first line you took, which was the caps height line. So that new line is like your armhole line now. So my armhole is 15. So I already went ahead to label front and back of the pattern. So I'll be taking 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'll be taking 7.5 inches on two sides of the paper because it has to be equal. So marking 7.5 here, and I'm also doing that here. All right, so from this point I'm going to join this line. I'm going to join the points together. That's the shoulder point and then the armhole point. Okay. Yes. All right. So the next thing I went ahead to do was to divide whatever I have here by 2. So the easiest way to do that is just to place your tape on the line from where it starts and where it stops, and then divide whatever you have there by just folding your tape into 2, and you get 2 equal halves. Okay, and then I also went ahead to divide whatever I had from here to here and here to here. If you do not understand, please just watch the video closely. All right, so from this point, okay, so this is what we have right now. So take note that I am working on the front piece now. All right, so from this first point I'll be coming up by 0.5 inches. That's half inch. 0.5 inch, sorry. And then from this point I'll also be going down by half an inch. Okay, here. So I'll be joining this point together using my curve or using my freehand first, just to make dotted lines, as you can see. So when I'm sure that the line is accurate enough, I use my curve. Okay. So from this point, I'll join it like so. Then I turn it to the other side and also do the same. Yeah, and we have a smooth curve already. Okay, so this is all for this front piece, and then we for the back piece, we are going to be also be dividing whatever we have from here to here by 2, and then we mark the points together. Okay, and I'm going to also divide what I have from here to here by 2. The purpose of using the tape to do the division is just to get an accurate point. Okay, all right, so I have these 2 points already. So from this midpoint, so this is the midpoint for these 2 points. So from here we are going to be dividing what we have from here, this point and this point, by 2 also. Okay, alright guys, so this is where it gets confusing. So I'm going to asterisk this point so that that is the midpoint, so that we don't get confused. So the only difference between the front and the back piece is that the point from here and here, these 2 points, the 2 end points, I'm going to also be making a division there. So I'm going to be dividing what we have here by 2, just for the back piece, please. Okay, all right, so we have a new point. So from this point, the first point for the back piece, I'm going to be coming up by 0.5 inch. Okay, and then I'm not going to be coming down by 0.5 inch on this point like I did for the front piece. I'm going to go to that new point where I divided, and then I'm going to be going down by 0.25, not half an inch this time. 0.25, that's like half an inch. All right, so yeah, so from this point we are going to mark the points together. We're going to join it. So again, I advise that you use your freehand first, just to make a curve, and then when you're sure of what you've done, you can now go ahead to mark your points together. Okay, alright guys, so note that the difference between the front and back piece is that the front piece is slightly inwards compared to the back. You can see the curve is just slight. Okay, so from this point we are going to be dividing our biceps, if I'm correct, by 2. That's our round sleeve measurement. Mine is 11, so 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So I'm going to be taking 5.5 inches on both sides. Okay, and then I'm going to come down and also take my wrist measurement which is 8 inches actually. So I'm going to be dividing it by 2. The wrist measurement divided by 2 is 8, so 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I'll be taking 4 inches on both sides of the paper here. So now we are going to be marking these 3 points together, as you can see. Okay. Like I said, it's always advisable to use a you can use broken lines first before you join the actual pattern if you are not sure, just to avoid mistakes. And so I'm joining these points to meet. Okay. Alright, so from this point, I'm already sure I'm fine with whatever I have, so I'm going to be marking these points now to meet each other. Okay. Then I'm also doing the same thing on this side. So guys, this is basically all for the sleeve pattern, and you can go ahead to mark half an inch round, or you can decide to do that on your pattern piece. For the purpose of this video, I will mark it so that you can just see what I mean. So this half an inch is just for your sewing allowance. Okay. Alright guys, so I already went ahead to do that, so please, always take note when you are cutting. I can now label my front in it and then back. This is basically all for this video guys. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. See you in my next one. Yes, if I say see you in my next one. Okay.